Next question.
You just broke the magic circle.
I know, I don't really care. So anyway, moving on. We're going to try and do something a little bit differently. What's your name? Karen. Nice to meet you, Karen. I'm Craig. How's it going? You having a good time? Enjoying the show? Awesome. Karen, I'm going to ask you a question that you've probably never been asked before. At least I hope you haven't been asked it. Karen, would you like to examine my fork? I knew you would. Have a look at it, Karen. You're everyone's eyes and ears. Check it out. Make sure it's okay. Make sure there's no wires, magnets, threads, trapdoors, secret compartments. Make sure it's what it appears to be. Karen, in a big loud voice so everyone can hear, including the skeptics on the back row, is that a normal fork?
Yes.
Wonderful. Great. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to take the fork, take this pen, and I want you to put your initials right there on the bowl of the fork. Nice and big and bold. Put your initials on there so that if you see the fork again, you'll recognize it. That's wonderful. And then on the other end, on the other side, put your initials there as well. Can you do that for me? That's great. Now, the reason I get her to do that is that makes the fork unique. So in other words, guys, even if there are a million forks in the world, and let's face it, there probably are, this is the only one with your initials on both sides. So, whether I hold it this way or I hold it this way, you can see it's her fork the entire time. Guys, can you see the initials?
Yeah.
Can you see the initials?
Yeah!
Now, here's the thing. Has anybody here ever heard of somebody called Uri Geller?
Yeah.
Uri Geller is a guy from Israel. He bends things with the power of his mind. He bends knives, forks, spoons, cutlery. He's basically a professional bender. I'm not going to do this, Karen. You are. You have a good imagination. If you haven't, can you imagine you have? That'd be good. Karen, what I want you to do is say bend.
Ben.
A little bit louder, please, Karen.
Ben.
And at the same time, can you make it really magical sounding?
Ben.
That was so magical. It really was. Wonderful. I'm going to do this guy. I'm going to go up and down. Karen, say bend. Focus. Say bend.
Ben.
And again.
Ben.
And again. Guys, watch the prong of the fork. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Now, it gets better. It gets better. Karen, watch this. I know, isn't that weird? It really is bent. Karen, come up here for a second for me. Very good. Stand right there. Everyone give Karen a big round of applause. Karen, this is your name. This is your initials. It really is bent. Is that fair to say? Hold your hand out for me. I'm going to unbend it. Hold your hand out. No, the other hand. That's great. Squeeze the fork for me tightly. That's great. Breathe tightly. There you go with the fist. And bring your hand up here like this. We'll skin. Now, guys, watch this very carefully. It's in your hand. If I do this, be honest with me, Karen, can you feel it twisting inside your hand?
Yeah.
This is something you will remember forever. Do you remember when you put your initials there?
Yeah.
And you put your initials at the other end, but on the side, this side, this side here. Now, Karen's initials are on the same side. And the reason they are is because in Karen's hand, the fork twisted like a corkscrew. Open up your hand, Karen. Look at the twist right there in the fork. Thank you very much.
Wow.
Thank you. I love the look on your face. You look like a rabbit caught in headlights. Look, do me a favour. You can be the strongest person in the world. It is impossible to twist a fork like that. You look strong. Do me a favour. Give him a twist. There is no way that you can do that unless you put it in a vice. Is that fair to say? And I'm not the strongest person in the world, trust me. Karen, it's going to get better. Watch this. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to finish with you. Anytime you want to, just say stop, Karen.
Stop.
Watch the prongs of the forks, guys. 3, 2, 1. Watch that.
Wow.
Thank you! This is the last one, Karen. This is the one you'll see. Check this out. I call this the Star Wars bender. So you do this, you actually see that fork twisting one more time. It's bent and twisted 7 different places. I'm going to give it to you as a souvenir. It's still your signed fork. Give Karen a big massive